Y'all gotta help us out, man. Hey, dude, help a show, dude. Give us a little bit of help now and again. Keep a show on the air. This fucker like working all day fucking long, trying to make a show good. Even the background's moving at this point. Shit, look at that. Thanks for following. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I ain't gonna try. One time, me and my buddy, okay, we had this contest. We put like 5 minutes on the clock. And it was like, okay, how many Twitter handles, shitter handles. They call it shitter handles. That sounds weird. That sounds like something in an outhouse that has a kickstart motor in it. Anyways, how many of them names that people use online that don't sound like a real name can you say, in a row without choking to death? And we used to do that with license plates, see if we could turn them into words. That was fun, man. We did that or whatever. And then we went off the road and crashed into a church picnic. You know what? I don't feel like telling that story now. How Facebook makes it very hard or won't let us connect. Oh, that's terrible, Mary. Well, I see you there. So you're seen. I want you to know that. Now, let's... just when you thought we couldn't have a dumber take on things, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you John Jr., who has an oddly tiny arm or oddly giant head or something. I don't know what is happening there. Look at his hand and he looks like a cartoon version of Ellis from Die Hard, from the first. I can give him to you. Yeah, and then I guess that's the host, Donald Trump Jr., on dismantling the deep state. 3.5-minute clip on The First, which I think is the channel that Bill O'Reilly is on. I don't know. I have not seen this. Let's check it out. But this is Donald Trump Jr. on dismantling the deep state. If you just give his dad had 4 fucking years to do it, and he wasn't able to do it. But next time, baby, next time.
Don, let's say Trump wins again.
Don, can I call you Don or can I Sniffy McSnifferson or hey Don, tell me again how Joe Biden appearing in front of that red background was a sign of Satanism. Also, you look tired.
Which obviously, we have to have him or any of the Republicans to win to keep him out of prison. So there's no options to lose now.
I don't want to bum you out, but if a Republican isn't president next time, and it's not the right Republican, your dad is going to fucking jail because he's a crime criminal.
Where do we get the people that have to be put into this federal government? Because we have so many scumbags, even from his administration.
Yeah, that's weird. It's almost like birds of a feather. It's like we had so many scumbags, and it's like, Is it this just that your dad only knows scumbags, or
Bill Barr can't stop trashing the guy every single day on TV now.
Well, in Bill Barr's defense, he did spend a decent amount of time around him. That's what'll happen. I mean, if you spend any time with Donald Trump, you're going to shit talk him, unless you need his money.
Made him AG. Every day, Bill Barr's on NBC telling the world what a piece of trash Trump is. Where can we find decent people to take critical roles like AG, like head of the FBI? Do they exist?
And why can't your dad find him? Is it because he only hangs out with scumbags? And by the way, did your dad kill Jeffrey Epstein to keep him quiet, or did he let somebody else do it to keep him quiet for your dad?
Yeah, they exist. I think that's the.
They totally do. They're just, they're out there. Just they don't want to have anything to do with us.
One thing that coming in as an outsider, that's the one thing we did not know.
Excuse me. The best people? Anybody remember the best people? Anybody remember the best? Remember that? Remember nonstop? The best people. That's all we fucking heard. There's stupid people running things. There's stupid people. There's stupid people. They're so stupid. These stupid people. I know all the best people. I can call them up. We have these stupid people, and I know the best people. he didn't run on that in 2020. Like, I figured out while I've been here who the best people are. It took me a little while, but now I've got it. You don't want to change a horse midstream. No, he ran in 2016 on that.
And frankly, there's a big learning curve. You know, you saw that.
No, there isn't. There is not a big learning curve. Motherfucker, believe me, Bush knew what kind of fucked up shit he wanted to get into when he was in office because of his dad and other people. But a lot of those people didn't exist when his father was in office, as far as available staff and the John Hughes of the world and whatnot. So he just found them because he knew what they wanted to do. You could just vet employees. I thought, why? What was I'm starting to think The Apprentice was bullshit.
The first 2 years of his presidency, we had the White House, we had the House, we had the Senate.
And all you got done was a tax cut. And if Mitch McConnell hadn't ground everything to a halt, you wouldn't have even gotten a Supreme Court seat.
And they got almost nothing done. You know, Paul Ryan, a Republican, basically prevented the funding of the wall to get that going because he wanted to be invited to.
No, I thought Mexico did. Mexico just refused to pay for it. I just think Paul Ryan didn't want your dad to lie to the constituency. He wanted to show, that he could do it. He didn't want to give him a lift. You know what? We'll throw some money your way. You told everybody Mexico was going to pay for it. Go for it.
The cool person party in Washington, D.C. at Christmas. Sorry, over the holidays. I don't want to offend.
Oh, that's right, because you can't say Christmas anymore. Because people have been saying fucking Merry Christmas without interrupt since Biden got in office. I'm just saying.
Anyone, that would be part of that party, but that.
God damn. Ha ha. Again, that talking point, they're just gonna dig that shit up and rattle it around and then bury it again.
That's what it was. So, it took a while to figure that out. You go in there, you assume that, hey, these people want what's right for our country. I used to think that of many Democrats. Hey, maybe we disagree on some things, but we still want what's best for our country. If you've been watching, that's not true anymore.
Yeah, that's why they're fighting so hard to keep manufacturing outside the United States, and why why Biden vetoed the infrastructure bill, and why American oil production is at the highest it's ever been.
The hills that the radical left today, and that's everyone that's in power. There may be moderate, good, blue-collar Democrats out there in America, Jesse, but they have no actual representation.
Yeah, they do. It's Joe Biden's primary constituency.
Because you can't win without the Soros money or the LA money or the New York money or other money to get elected. So
yes, other money.
You have the inmates running the asylum. Whether it's the trans crap, the men and women's sports, every level of lunacy, just total.
So you're not gonna talk about the unemployment rate or the economy in general, or rising wages, or infrastructure, or CHIPS Act, or manufacturing in the United States growing. You're not gonna just. Never mind. Sorry, panic about something. Trans people, 0.05% of the population are freaking you out. Go ahead.
Release all the criminals. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, that's what Biden ran on. And you know what? He's behind on it. I don't know why. Why won't Biden keep his promise to release all the criminals? Is that what it was written right here? Yeah, that's what he said. He said the thing, I'm going to release all the criminals.
It never ends. And
well, your complaints about it, because it's a fantasy. The minute you stop, people will realize how full of shit you are. That's the point of a Gish Gallop.
So it took a long time to realize that these people don't care about their country. It's not their duty, and they're serving. That's all. They're serving themselves. They've done so very well, and they're going after Trump because he's the only threat to the power that they've amassed. If you took
who's Ava Mass? By the way, A, project much. B, the power that they've amassed. I think
going after Trump because he's the only threat to the power that they've amassed. If you took these people from government,
Ava Mast, I appreciate her work. She's a great singer. But I guess at least when she's put on the weight, it hasn't affected her singing voice.
And you put them into a regular job, 99% of them would absolutely fail. And
okay, wait. First of all, fuckhead, you've never had a normal job in your life. Secondly, you want to talk about who's qualified for what? Does anyone think that the Trump boys could survive in any workplace where their dad isn't the boss? You work for your dad's company. You've never worked for anything else. But please tell the rest of us that bootstrapped for real or started up our own shit. Tell us how the real world works. Third generation rich boy.
Yet they're some of the most powerful people in the world, with never having signed the front of a paycheck, never having made payroll, never have had any real responsibility. They've been
Again, neither of you. You're a fucking vice president in your own dad's company. You're managerial. You don't sign those checks. Alan Weisselberg did, and he's in fucking jail.
great at being bureaucrats. They're like Anthony Fauci. He was never the best doctor. He was probably not even an average doctor, but he was sure good at taking credit for something that was a success. He was good at getting on TV. He was
Getting on TV, your dad dragged him out every day. Your dad was the one who, like, we need to have these daily COVID updates. And then he started saying so much stupid shit that he was like, Deborah, say something. Anthony, say something.
was good at making himself a hero, even though he'd been wrong about everything for 40 years.
What do you see here? What is this? What is this? This is a third generation rich kid, a vice president in his dad's company who's never been out on his own, never started anything on his own, never had to come up with startup money without his dad's help or without his dad's support, which his dad got from his grandfather. Talking about medical professionals and people and scientists who went to school for, in many cases, over a decade, who worked for years in the highest echelons of science and industry. And he's like, what do they know? They fucking grabbing the spotlight. What have they ever contributed? Guys.
That's where we are. And so it took a long time.
No, it's not where we are, by the way. We aren't. Notice how, since your dad is gone, Anthony Fauci, we barely see him anymore. You know why? Because he can just go back to doing his job instead of saying his job, which is what the Trump methodology is. Don't do your job, say your job. That's the hold on, where is it? I know I have it somewhere. I'll find it. I'll find it. Elsewhere. God damn it. Where could it be?
I'm dead sexy.
No, that's the wrong one. Hold on.
Groovy.
I'm trying. Hold on 1 second.
I know he can get the job, but can he do the job?
No, he can't do the job. Yes, that's right. Fauci's retired. But before that, while he's been while he worked in the Biden administration, he just went back to doing his work as opposed to having to be on TV every day, where they're like, he'll find his way onto television every single fucking time.
To figure that out, but now we know. Now we've seen it, and that's
Now we do.
why they're going after Trump far more than they even did while he was president.
Well, in all fairness, he wasn't tried for his role in the stuff that he did while he was president because he couldn't be at the time, according to Bill Barr, the guy you just cursed who protected him. And secondarily, because he's committed more crimes since he left. Good Lord. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if I have who's joining us here? Who is it? What's it going on, Chippers? What's happening, buddy? What's a buddy to do? Hello. Hi. What are you doing? Chip, what are you doing? What you doing, buddy? What you doing? What's Chipper to do? What you doing? Hello. I'm not even over quota yet. It's only 4:11. Can you chill? Can you just hang out? Go get a snack when we're all done. Cat cam. All right. He's going to start meowing in a bit. So, anyways, like it's embarrassing how much and his kin all have decided that, you know, that the rest of the world is just for show. As someone who's made their entire life work inside entertainment myself, and actually got some points on the board, I would say, as when I think when TV Guide calls you like online calls you TV veteran Hal Sparks, I've earned it. Yeah, when I have accumulated more hours on television than the entire cast of Buck Rogers, for example, to point to something that I grew up with, I think I've done all right. And I'm just getting started, again, because my goal is to play old men. That said, hold on, I got to scroll past this because everybody's like, kitty, 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 kitty. Hi, Chips. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hello. What are you doing? He's so funny. Hold on. He's, where are you, buddy? Hold on. Let me open this up. I'll just leave this on. Hey, what are you doing? What's he doing? Where are you going? What? No. I'm not. No, you can't. Hi, buddy. I'm not. Come here, you. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh, he's a big boy. Oh, yes, he is. Hi, buddy. You will get a treat in a little bit, okay? He always puts his paw in my mouth. He's like, don't kiss me, Dad. Big boy. All right, head out. I'll do it soon enough. Snacks are coming after the show. All right. He's like, wait a second. What the hell? What the hell? So, it's hard to get, like, oh, cats. No, he has never missed a meal. He's a big kitty. Although, in all fairness, when he was a little bitty, his butt was broken and he almost died. So we were not even sure he was going to be with us. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like my shoes. Aw, thanks. Right place, right time. Thank you so much for the sticker and the support. Do your cats stay indoors? Yes, they do. My floors are clean. This is true. Well, I have a Roomba and a broom right over there, which I used as well. So there you go. All right. Let's use some ad time. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, Venmo, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, back to these idiots. Saying before I was so rudely interrupted by my adorable cat. Yeah, boys. What are you doing? I trained him to that noise from the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and it works. Prolapse Dance. Not quite. So, anyways, this dickhead thinks the rest of the world is for show because his entire family is.
Now, because they know that a Trump armed with that information, with that knowledge,
well, at least thanks for admitting that he had no fucking clue when he became president, and it took him 4 years to realize he still didn't know what the fuck wasn't happening. How can you answer why Wagner isn't wanted by The Hague as well as Putin? Because because there's an argument about whether or not it's its own military organization, like Prigozhin himself, who does have, I believe, a price on his head, if not a warrant for his arrest. That's going to play out after the war. Putin's directly responsible for the attack. Everybody else who's under him who had to take that, they could claim at some point, well, he'd have killed me if I didn't, and he had my family and blah, 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 so it's harder. But when it comes to Putin, that's why he gets that. I hope that he gets, he's first up when it comes to the International Criminal Court.
that experience is a true threat to the deep state and to the Uniparty.
You want to
Oh, my God. What's this
watch
show?
our special?
I'm Right with Jesse Kelly. Get the fuck out of here. Holy shit. Yeah, so it should be abundantly clear to anybody who's been hanging around that the Bidens are there to do a job, and the Trumps are there to put on a show. And there's nothing wrong with putting on a show as long as you don't pretend if you play a soldier on television, it doesn't mean you're a soldier. These assholes, like, Trump is one of those people who would have gone, I'm not a real doctor, but I play one on TV, and I'd also like to play doctor with you or any of your underage daughters. Um, just hideous people. I love how, though, that RFK, who is a lawyer, Zelensky's a lawyer, and RFK was on whatever, the Ring of Fire for a while. He was a radio host, just like Mike Pence, that somehow he thinks he's better than everybody else in terms of politics and policy when he ate shit so heavily. And the Trumps themselves think that, we had no idea when we got into office how complicated DC was. And after 4 years, we kind of know now what not to do